Welcome to Sikbaggers YouTube channel. I'm Steve, and today I'm going to be talking to you about the Cardo PackTalk Bold Duo with the JBL speakers. Now guys, I wanted to get this on video because in the last couple weeks we've really been talking about doing the motovlogging stuff. If you've watched some of our videos in the past, or maybe our live stream a couple of weeks ago, we really talked about it. We've been waiting on all of the gear to get here. We really picked a bad time to order camera gear and stuff like that. Amazon and the shipping and all that stuff's all slow, but we finally got everything in last week. We got our helmets built for motovlogging, and we got the Cardo PackTalk Bolds installed on the helmets. Now I'm not going to bore you to death with an install video because there's already like 20 install videos on the PackTalk Bolds, so you can just watch one of those just like I did. I watched several of them actually, and they're pretty good videos, so check those out on YouTube if you want to just figure out how to install them without going over the instructions that are included in here, which pretty much tell you exactly how to do it. You could just read the instructions and do it like that as well. I see a lot of motovlog helmet setups on YouTube, and every one of them I see is this is the best and this is the best and that's the best. They're all the best. I want to give you guys an honest review on the PackTalk Bold. We purchased this last week. Like I said, we bought the Duo pack because we want to do the motovlog, me and my wife too, on the bike, so we needed the Duo pack. The radius on this is supposedly about a mile, and there's a YouTube video on that as well where a couple did a mile apart and they got good reception. The only thing when it cut out was going through corners or over hills and stuff like that when you lose direct contact with the other bike. So this product has the dynamic mesh communication system, which pairs up super easy. It has universal connectivity too, so it doesn't have to be a PackTalk brand. You can connect other brands to this via Bluetooth. I think up to 15 is what it says on this. And then the talk time, it says 13 hours talk time. We've used it probably about 10 hours, and I got a low battery warning. During that video I actually got a low battery warning, and I actually went another 25-30 minutes and I still was connected. So it lets you know when your battery's going dead, and it gives you ample opportunity to get it charged up. You can charge these on the fly. You charge them right in the bottom of the port. You don't have to take it off the helmet to charge it, which is pretty cool. Now if we were just setting this up and not doing motovlogging and all that stuff, I probably wouldn't have too many issues. The only real issue I had at first was actually hearing my wife on the back of the bike. The exhaust is pretty loud on our bike, but that really didn't come into play in this. You can hear it every now and again, but I really couldn't hear her. We tried the little coin style mic that you put on there right in front of her mouth. I still couldn't hear her. We tried the boom style mic. That didn't work any better, and we actually had some issues with that, which I'll cover later. Like I said, I'm going to spare you the install video. We've already got them installed here. They're really nice. After the ride, I'll come back and we'll talk a little bit more about what was going on. But let's get out on the bike and I'll let you hear what these things sound like, all hooked up and mic'd up through the GoPro, so you can hear the actual comm set pretty good. Hey, let's roll. Mother! My initial thoughts on the PackTalk Bold, really did a lot of research and narrowed it down between this one and another one, pretty famous brand I'm sure you've all heard of, and decided to go with this one. Seemed to be the one that most of the motor vloggers were using, especially if you're riding in groups. It's been how do you say it? It's been a lot of trial and error trying to get it right. I guess the first thing I was having trouble with was being able to hear her. Like I could hear her, I knew she was talking, but I couldn't make out the words. And this is the PackTalk Bold system with the JBL speakers, which is supposed to be upgraded and all that stuff. So probably what, 3 rides we went on, and couldn't hear it. I mean, I could hear her walking around the house and in the driveway and pulling the bike out, but as soon as we got on the road I couldn't hear her, and that was super frustrating. And I had the helmet apart. I had my helmet apart at least 10 times trying to figure out what was going on, and today was probably the first time I've been able to hear her clearly. And really, like, I put the little spacer pads in to try to get the speakers closer to my ears, and but the holes on these helmets aren't that deep, so I put the spacers in basically to push them closer to my ears, but that didn't help anything. That was useless, and plus it like really hurt. It hurt my ears. So after one ride of that, I ripped those back out. I used the small coin style microphone, and then I switched it to the boom microphone, and we were testing it at the kitchen table, and the boom microphone just quit working after like a minute. Like, we rebooted the PackTalks, turned them off, turned them back on, you know, made sure everything was hooked up right, and as soon as I unplugged the boom microphone and put the coin microphone back on, it came right back in. So something's obviously messed up with the boom microphone right out of the box. Not sure what's going on with that, but it's got a proprietary plug on it, so there's no way for me to test that boom microphone on anything else. I'm not sure what's going on with that, but the coin microphone, they tell you to put it right in the center of your helmet, right here, like right in front of your mouth. Now for me, I put it on there and my lips were literally touching the microphone, which I immediately moved it over to the side, and she could still hear me. And then so I also did that to hers, and then the very last thing I did was move the speakers down in the holes. I just kind of had the speakers center on the hole. I stuck the Velcro in and stuck the speaker in, and I guess, you know, they tell you to stick your finger up in there to make sure that the speaker is right by your ear, and I couldn't do that. Like, I can't get my finger in there and feel it, so I had to take the cheek pads out and do it that way, and realize that they were up. So I put them all the way down in the bottom of the canal for the speaker, and then that did it. That I could hear her, like, we're 55 right now, and I can hear her plain as day. So hopefully the microphone can hear you too, so they can hear. But we did have a little bit of trouble with that too, and that's not PackTalk's fault. I wasn't hearing him, and the microphone wasn't hearing her. I mean, you could hear her, but it wasn't very loud. So
even when I was screaming, you couldn't hear it.
Yeah, like it was ridiculous. It was frustrating. Oh, and one other issue we had that no one ever seemed to talk about was the motovlogger side. Once again, not PackTalk's fault, but I got two liquid squid microphones, and the freaking cable on them is like 6 foot long. So now you're stuck with trying to put 6 feet of wire through your helmet and make it not hurt your head. So a lot of gaff tape and maneuvering around. But what I first did is in the ear canal, because it's such a big spot in the helmet for the speaker, I took the extra space and kind of routed the wire back and forth in that little cubby hole, and then just put a piece of tape over it, and that worked, except for when we recorded. When we got back home and put it in the computer, we had a lot of interference from the PackTalk and I guess the wires in the microphone. A lot of static and a lot of kind of, I don't know how else to explain it, but it's like a helicopter thump in the recording. So that was a no-go. Ripped all that back out. Didn't see any videos on that issue. Several issues with the Bluetooth, I guess, being on, causing interference. So we made sure the Bluetooth was turned off. We even turned off the Bluetooth on our Sony 7000 to make sure that wasn't doing it. I spent a whole day trying to get just the static out. Thought, well, maybe the extra wire and the microphone is causing some interference, and so I took it out and it immediately went away. So once again, I was stuck trying to figure out how to get 12 foot of mic cable in the helmet without it hurting my head. because we have two microphones, one for me so you guys can hear me plugged into the GoPro off of a splitter, and one for her. It's actually right up against the left side speaker, so it was frustrating to say the least, trying to get it all figured out.
It was very frustrating watching you being frustrated.
Yeah, you know, we spent a lot of money getting all of this stuff, all of the GoPros and the headsets and microphones and extra batteries and UV filters and just all the stuff that you need to do this. And then you get it, you're all excited, and you put it all together, and it's like a failure one after another. Every time you take the bike out and you go home and you're excited and you dump the card and it's garbage. So, you know, there's always something. Either I couldn't hear her, or the microphone couldn't hear her, or we had static. It's very, very frustrating. So now that I've got the PackTalk figured out, I guess, it's not a bad system. It does a lot. There's a lot of options. I mean, with the built-in radio, can Bluetooth both PackTalks to one phone. The built-in radio, like I said, that's kind of cool. But the JBL speakers sound really good, even with the audio. If you want to play audio off of your phone, which is really loud, and it really surprised me at how much bass like those little speakers have. Like, it was crazy. I really expected to hear a really tingy, just little speaker sound, but I'm pretty impressed with the speakers now that I have them down on my ears, I guess, where they need to be. That was our first impressions of the PackTalk Bold Duo with the JBL speakers. Like I said, it's a little frustrating. It's our first time setting up any kind of intercom system, and it's our first time setting up a motovlogger helmet system. So we had a lot of trial and error, but hopefully those little things that I just talked about can help you if you're looking at setting up a motovlogger helmet and you're wanting to do dual microphones or dual riders, or actually be attached to another motorcycle. I think these can, like, up to 15 headsets can be connected together, so that's pretty cool. But it's just me and her, so we can't really test the range on them. But there's other videos on YouTube that talk about the range that are on these things in a straight line. I think it's close to a mile. The battery seems to last quite a while. I've only charged them once, and like, I think I just got a low battery signal, and we've been testing the hell out of these things for, Jesus, off and on all week, off and on all day, every day for like a week. Right, I'm actually going to stop talking now so she can take her motorcycle nap. And so, like I said, a lot of those issues that I just talked about were not PackTalk's fault. They were my fault. But it's issues that you may run into if you're setting up helmets for this motovlogging stuff. So
if you decide to get one, don't be afraid to reach out. He can give you a lot of examples of things not to do.
Yes, I can. Yeah. So just kept at it, and kept at it, and kept at it. Hopefully, this video will be the one that we put in the PackTalk video. So we're going to keep our knees in the breeze, and we'll see you back in the shop. Alright guys, we're back in the shop, and hopefully you heard all through the video there the different issues that we had to deal with setting up a motovlogger helmet. So like I said while we were riding, a lot of the issues that we were having weren't the issue with the PackTalk. If I was not hooking up all of this motovlogging gear, the cameras and all that, extra microphones, all that good stuff, I wouldn't probably had too many issues. The only real issue I had at first was working out how to hear her better. I had actually messaged a couple other guys too and seen if they had issues with it, and they said that they really didn't. But everyone's a little different, and everybody's got different helmets, so you really need to take the time and work with it. If you can't hear them very well at first, move the speakers around. And ultimately, that's what I ended up doing, was just moving the speaker down closer to my ear. And Cardo even talks about that in one of their videos, and that's ultimately how I ended up figuring that out. That I just assumed when you stuck it in the ear hole, it would be close to your ear and they would be loud enough for you to hear. Like I said, walking around the house and out in the yard, I could hear her just fine. But when I put the helmet on and we started the bike, I instantly lost it. Like, I could hear her talking, but I couldn't make out the words she was saying. Like, you could hear the PackTalk come on and you could hear the cadence of talking, but you really couldn't make out the words. Once I got the speakers moved down to where they're supposed to go, and I got her microphone moved over just a little bit instead of directly right in front of her mouth, which I ended up having to do on mine too. I was move it over a little because it was actually touching my lips. I didn't like that one bit. So once I got that stuff worked out, the PackTalk Bold actually worked really good. As you can see in the video, the microphone that I have on the speaker so you guys could hear her talking actually loses a little bit. It's not quite as loud through the microphone as what I'm actually hearing it in the helmet now. All of the functions that are on this are pretty cool, guys. I didn't talk about a whole lot of the functions in the video, but there's a lot of stuff that this thing does. I mean, it's got the FM radio built in, which is really cool. Like I said, you can pair it to your phone. You can go through the app, the Cardo app. You can play music off your phone. The radio's right there on your phone if you want to do that too. Maybe you got it on your handlebars. But it also has speech stuff too, so you can say, "Hey Cardo," and then give it different commands. Next station, radio on, radio off. There's all kinds of stuff, and you can do speed dial too through the app. You can set up a couple of different phone numbers that you want to call. You can just be like, "Hey Cardo," and tell it what number to call. So aesthetically speaking, I really like it because the buttons on here are really easy to find. There's 3 buttons on the side right here, and they all have a little lift up edge right there, so you can actually just reach up and feel them. You know where you're at on the PackTalk because of the shape. And then of course the volume up, volume down, and that volume up and volume down is also a button if you click it in too, kind of like the wheel on your mouse where you can click in the middle, and that's an extra button. So that's a function as well. And the antenna is super easy to get up. It's spring loaded. It just pops right up. A little clip on a side where you can put your fingernail in it and just pop it up. 2 different mounting methods. This one clips in through the side of the shell up in there and goes on, or they've got a sticky pad that you can stick on the side if your helmet's too thick through that area and you can't get the clip in. I had a little bit of trouble getting the clip in, but once it went in, it was tight, and that's cool. I don't have to worry about losing this thing. Slide it into the front, and then you just push down on the back. You can hear that thing click in. That thing is definitely not going anywhere. And the only real issue I had with it, that's still an issue that I couldn't work out, was the boom microphone. When we plugged it into my wife's helmet, it worked for about a minute and then it just went off. I unplugged it, plugged it back in, turned the headsets off, turned them on a couple of times, and it never would work. I unplugged the boom microphone, put the little coin microphone back on, and it worked just fine. So definitely check everything when you get it, because you are going to get the 2 microphones. So try both of them, make sure they work. And you get it replaced under warranty before it's too late. Later on down the road, you decide to change helmets and you pull your boom microphone out and it doesn't work and it's out of warranty, well, you're gonna have to buy a new microphone. So I would definitely check it whether or not you're going to use it or not. Now, I did shoot a separate video on all of my helmet stuff that I purchased for the motovlogging stuff, so stay tuned for that video. That'll be out here pretty soon. If you're watching this video later on, the link will be down in the description or at the end of the video. Like I said, if you got any questions on this, leave it in the comment box down below. You guys know the deal. I check YouTube every day. I appreciate the hell out of every one of you guys. I'm going to get out of here and get my butt back to work, but until the next video, as always, be safe, keep your knees in the breeze.